Hello everyone, Tala here again, and this is a continuation of clearing space. So the other day, Jay and I did a pretty lengthy video on what to use for clearing space, and basically it was the different herbs you can use. And I mentioned that I make dragon's blood coated sage, and that's what this is right here. You can see the dragon's blood on it. The reason why I do dragon's blood coated, dragon's blood you can use for a lot of different situations, and dragon's blood brings in good luck energy and self-empowerment. So if you are up against something, or if you are hoping to gain something, dragon's blood brings in good luck energy and self-empowerment, and that's really helpful. You want to empower yourself and you want luck on your side, obviously. It raises your vibration, it strengthens you, and that is so important in doing any of this kind of work because you don't want to become drained. I package it up and I sell it like this. Everything I make is in sacred space, and I take ego out of it because it's not about me. It is about who is going to be using it for their purposes. So I create sacred space in my home. I make these with love. I grind the dragon's blood with mortar and pestle by hand, and you can see kind of the dragon's blood on it. So I do sell these if anybody is interested. I've got some of the makings to sell right now before the coronavirus hit, so everything is clean and pure, and I have not been out in public. I am making sure that I am not going to be a spreader of any kind, except for goodwill, joy, love, maybe. But I'm not going to be a spreader during this coronavirus. I have made a vow to myself and to my community in the world that I am going to help heal as best I can by keeping my butt home, okay? I wanted to get into how do you clear your space properly? How do you clear yourself when you're alone? When you start, you want to clear your home for the first time or do a really deep clean, like a spring cleaning of smudging, if you will. What you want to do, some people say, oh, I open all my doors and windows and then I do it. No, don't open all your doors and windows when you're starting, because heaven forbid that there is some sort of little oogie entity or something. It may fly out one window and come back in the other. So you want to create like a wall of smoke, like a filter that's kind of going and pushing through your entire space, just going one end to the other. Yes, you want to do attics if you have them. Yes, you want to do basements if you have them. Any low-level heavy energy is going to get stuck and reside in dark, undisturbed places. So, with that in mind, you want to start on one end and go all the way to the other. When you are done, then you can open the doors and windows on that end, go to the opposite end and open those to create a cross breeze. You want to get underneath furniture, behind mirrors and in front of mirrors, in your closet, under your bed, because we actually drop a lot of energy in our beds. When you get into the closets, you want to start low and you want to move the smoke up high. The corners of your rooms, start low, again, move the smoke up into the high corner. Work from one room to the next. Get your intention clear. What I usually say is I release all low-level energy, or I release all energy that is no longer serving me to my highest good. I release it to Creator for transmutation, or I release it to the universe for transmutation. Some people work with Saint Germain and the violet flame. You send things through that purple flame and it transmutes, because energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transmuted. And that's physics. That is physics at its base. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. And that's why I also believe in spirits and such, because hello, I'm animated. We're all animated. We're using energy. We're not plugged into something, are we? No, we're not taking it from another source. Sources all around us. So, wow, I'm babbling, but still. So when you want to clear your space and kind of keep it on a higher level of energy so that you don't have the ailments of being in low energy. So what can we say when we're clearing space? I release all low-level energy, or I release all energies that are no longer serving me to my highest good, to Creator for transmutation. Make space for love, high energy, joy, health, and abundance to come into my home. Something to that effect. Some people simply say the Lord's Prayer. Whatever feels right to you. And you want to keep saying it as you're going through. It doesn't have to be word for word. You just want to be clear. Mean it. Feel good about what you're saying and what you're putting into your space. Okay? You can use different kinds of herbs like we talked about the other day. And then I simply saw something on, I think it was Facebook or Instagram, and I gotta tell you, I'm trying to be kind here. There's a lot of misinformation out there. Somebody's saying, oh, to clear your room, to clear your bedroom, put 4 quartz crystals in the corners of your room and it creates like a force field. I'm gonna have to get back to that. Quartz is an amplifier. So if there is something with intention or something of uncomfortability in your space, quartz is an amplifier. And unless you know how to program quartz, if you are a beginner, you may be good at it, but you need to work at it typically. Quartz is not your first go-to, okay? Quartz is an amplifier of whatever is around. So you need to be really good at setting, and holding intention in place to work with quartz in that way. I'm throwing a blanket over that one, and I'm gonna tell you one exception would be a quartz cluster, okay? Now this guy is a beauty, and of course everybody's not gonna, I mean, this thing's almost the size of my head, seriously. Everyone's not gonna be walking around grabbing these and putting them in their corners, okay? Quartz clusters, however, will work for clearing, but a little tumbled piece of quartz ain't gonna do it, at least not unless you're really, really good at setting intention. So, quartz cluster like this, is that gorgeous? Oh my God. Oh, it's one of my favorites. Mwah! I love this piece. I love you, honey. Thank you. I know, I'm crazy. So this is an apophyllite cluster. This is also good for clearing. This you don't have to work with as much intention as with the quartz cluster also. Clusters in general, if it is a cluster of points, are typically good for clearing. So you can't just say just quartz. You can do quartz clusters. You can do smoky quartz clusters. You can do citrine quartz clusters, but citrine on its own is not good for clearing. Smoky quartz on its own, it's not really for clearing. Smoky quartz absorbs negative hits for you. So you may even see smoky quartz get darker and darker and darker. So smoky for clearing, again, not really. You can get a nice sizable piece. That's a good one. It has some other stuff going on with this one. See all the other little crystals that are on it. I still really wouldn't use this for clearing a room. This is more for absorbing unwarranted energy. I don't like to say negative so much because negative to me means absence of. So it's not an absence of energy, but it takes a hit for you around low level energy, okay? So not really for clearing. As you can tell, I like the big pieces. I'm a size queen, what can I say? And someone else asked me about selenite. Yes, absolutely. And I suggest this often. If only I had a piece. What's this? So again, a big old honking log of selenite. Yes, like I said, I'm a size queen. But selenite is constantly clearing. Selenite, named after the moon goddess Selena, because look at that, it looks like it just has moonbeams. So beautiful. Show you the size of this thing. It's heavy. It is heavy. One of my prized possessions, not an expensive mineral either, not at all. But selenite I really do like for clearing. However, this person was talking about clearing their bedroom. And selenite, even though it's a soft energy, it can be a high enough vibration that it would disturb your sleep. So to just throw this in your bedroom, if you're dealing with trying to protect yourself against stuff, this isn't so much a protection as it is a repellent, if you will. Personally, what I would do is kind of work with the selenite in the conscious first when you're awake. Just kind of keep it with you and against you if you can. Okay, while you're doing some stuff, kind of hold on to it like a cat or a baby or some flowers or something. Just kind of keep it with you and against you if you can. And this will start to acclimate you to the frequency of selenite. After you do this for a while, try it in your bedroom. If you only have a single piece like this, put it under your bed. If you want to use it in the four corners of your bed, I will tell you, a raw piece of selenite, these are very soft. You can actually like pluck little pieces off. And as a matter of fact, I just pulled it. Okay, I'm pulling some off with my finger right there. Can you see those little pieces? Look at that. Okay. I don't know if those little pieces would do anything. I would probably go bigger, as we've said. You can use selenite in the four corners, but again, it's more like a repellent. I would pair that with something protective. So most of your black stones, you can do black tourmaline, you can do onyx, you can do Apache tear, which is kind of a dark brown. You can do obsidian. I would stick with black obsidian. Gold sheen and silver sheen and rainbow obsidian and even the green obsidian, those are really best used for other purposes. Black jade, if you can get it, that is amazing. Super protective. Black tourmaline is protective because that also kind of clears out your auric field. It works like an ethereal vacuum cleaner for the discordant energy in your own electric magnetic field, if you will. But mostly black stones. Oh, even brown tourmaline called dravite. That's actually really good to use for protection too. But back to actually smudging. Poof, I got selenite all over me now because it's a big, huge raw piece. But you know what? Here, don't throw out the little selenite dust and stuff. Here, I don't know if you can see that. See how it's kind of sparkling in my hand? Don't throw that stuff out. You can throw it in your plants and your plants will absolutely love it. Do not put it in your water because it turns into little slivers and it may really damage you, so don't ingest it. But you can put it in your plants and you can sprinkle it on your jewelry, your stones in your jewelry, your metals in your jewelry. All carry energy too, and people don't think to clear their jewelry on a regular basis. Selenite is also an excellent way to just clear your other stones, as I've said before in another video simply about selenite. Anything you want to clear, if you don't know whether you need to put it in sunlight or moonlight or smudge it or this, that, or the other, just put it in contact with selenite, just lay it right on top of it, leave it there for 10-15 minutes and it's clear, okay? Leave it overnight if you want to, but it's nice and clear that way. So selenite is an excellent way to clear. I want to get back to when you're actually clearing yourself or your space or your items. Let's talk about clearing yourself. Say no one else is around and you got to clear yourself. What I do, I put the receptacle of whatever I am burning, I'll put that on the floor or on the ground. Outside really is the best place. And I will stand over it with arms out and legs apart like goddess pose. Stand directly over it so it is coming up directly between my legs. And if you lean forward a little bit, it goes up your back. And if you lean back a little bit, it comes up your front. Lift one foot and put the heel of your foot and the bottom of your foot over the smoke. step down, lift the other foot, put it over the smoke, step down. Stand so it's going under your arms, under your face, and then stand so it goes up the back of your head. That is an excellent, excellent way to smudge yourself when no one else is around. People always tend to want to use a feather. Now, here's the thing. A, not all traditions require it. B, do people even know why they want to use a feather? Do they even know what animal they're going to be working with? Do they want to know why they want to work with that animal? Everybody wants like a hawk or an eagle or an owl feather. Guess what? Not everybody can have it, okay? You need to be approved to own these feathers, even if you find the animal deceased on the ground. You are not allowed to have it. You can still get arrested for being in possession if you do not have tribal approval, okay? So, a lot of people don't know why they even want particular feathers. Just because they're cool is not a good enough reason. I typically only use feathers or wings for ceremony or for doing ritual. I do make smudge fans, but honestly, when I'm doing it around my house, using your hand isn't quite big enough. I'll use a paper plate. Honest to God, I will use a paper plate because it moves the smoke easily. And that's the primary reason why you want to use anything when you're smudging. You want to move the smoke. You can use this. You can use a regular little fan or a paper fan or make a fan out of paper. You can use your hand if you want to, but really using an apparatus does help. Now, I do make smudge fans, but like I said, I only use smudge fans. This one I made for myself. The feathers themselves mean something. The white and black feathers like this that are dyed like this, these are turkey feathers. The single brightly colored, like dyed feathers, those are turkey feathers. And guess what? A turkey feather is known as a peace eagle. They are a sizable bird like the eagle. However, it stays on the ground and it does not seek prey. It's not a predator. So peace eagle is actually a really beautiful feather to work with. And duck bring joy and laughter. Think about it. Quack, quack, quack. Sounds like they're laughing. So this is a really good healing tool. I like working with these energies when I am doing transformative ceremony work or transformative healing work, when people are trying to get through something or get over something. These are good energies to bring peace to the heart and to open it back up to joy, and joy is healing. When you're working with certain animal feathers, you want to be sure you know the magic of that animal, that you understand that magic. In the meantime, get out of ego. You know, you don't need all the coolest stuff. I don't always bring that fan with me. I may bring something like this just to move smoke. I typically don't bring a paper plate because people will think I'm ridiculous. But I will use something like this. You know, I will bring just this and move smoke. If it's, you know, if it's not necessary to bring something ceremonial. People think hawk or eagle and they're powerful, they're birds of prey. You don't always need to work with a bird of prey. Yes, they are magnificent and it is connection to the spirit world, but all bird feathers are connection to the spirit world. And remember, before you use any kind of animal energy, even if you're in a store and they have it for sale, you want to take a moment, just close your eyes, center yourself, and ask your higher self, is this the medicine I need to be working with? Remember that. One last way to clear space that I can think of right now is sound. And I am a sound healer, so I can't believe I didn't think of it earlier. The pieces I end up making for that end up being mine are like these outrageous pieces. So we make rattles, and rattles are really good for breaking up stuck energy. And depending on how you use the rattle, you can move the energy along, you can sweep it out, But breaking it up first is really important. And excuse the ridiculousness of the size of this rattle, but this is another rattle I made. And this one's meant to actually swirl energy, but here you can. So this is meant for groups of people, working with groups. To swirl energy, to kind of create a vortex of energy. That's actually spinning it. And that's what this rattle is used for. But you can use small rattles to crackle and break up energy. You can bring stuff to the surface. You should learn how to work with a rattle before you just start using a rattle without training. You can use sistrums also. We actually designed this one after the sistrums that they used in Egypt for doing ceremony for the goddess Hathor. However, sistrums of all different shapes, sizes, and forms have been found all over the world in different cultures. So this one, you can see we have the goddess Hathor on there. We also gold-plated her face, and we work with copper also. Copper is known as a magician's metal, and this one will clear up energy. And you can go around a person. Okay, you want to get underneath them too. If you're working in ceremony, you want to go around the circle with the people, or around the people. And this also raises vibration. So that's pretty cool. You can use bells. You can use a tambourine. Tambourines are fantastic for raising vibration and clearing out low-level energy. The higher vibration makes it really, really difficult for low-level energy to even exist in that space. So that's why I use sound a lot. I'm a sound healer, and sound can penetrate even the densest matter. So can you do all of the above? Yes, by all means. You can do a spray. You can burn stuff. You can have sound going. You can, what else? Bring in stones. You can bring in flowers. You can play music. By all means, whatever you want to do, you want to raise the vibration, and that will help to eliminate or cast out low-level energy. So there are lots of different ways that you can clear energy, and I just wanted to follow up and tell you a few more ways and actually how-tos. You can smudge your car, you can smudge your closets, you can smudge your animals. I don't know how much they'll like it. And if you're going to make a spray, please make it with all natural ingredients. Do it with something that you know is okay to be ingested, just to keep your environment safe. So that's part 202, I guess, on clearing space. Just wanted to follow up with you guys and add some more information that I thought of. And if you have any questions, please, by all means, put them in the comments. And if you like what you see and you want to see my next video or our next video coming out, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell, and you will be notified when I do another, okay? Honestly, if you have any questions about the metaphysical, I will do my best to answer you, okay? All right, take care, guys. Mwah. Have a great day. Stay home, stay safe, stay healthy. And if you can't stay home during all of this, please be vigilant. Wear gloves. Wear protective clothing if you can. If you have a rain slicker or something, and wear a mask, and wear either goggles or sunglasses or something. They're saying it isn't airborne. I don't fully believe it. Sorry. So just be super vigilant and be super, super careful. Okay, guys? All right. Mwah. I love you guys. Take care. Bye.